Wow, look at this little town. This is cool. Dog barking over there in that yard. Old businesses that are closed up. It has a rustic, old school Midwestern feel to it. The Walton Town Hall, and over there is a little mural. I'm gonna try to break the record for the fastest intro ever. Get your stopwatches ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Right here off the side of the road, they have a memorial to a guy named Bert Boer, who passed away in 1947. And this headstone says, his chief enjoyment was to bring happiness to the youth of this community. And there's a really cool clock here, old-timey clock, and across the road there's an old gas station, which is no longer in use, but it has that old school Mayberry Andy Griffith feel to it, that's for sure. You can see where the gas pumps once were down here. And just think, years ago people would pull up here. It was probably a full service station, which means the employee would come out and fill your car up. So if I had my van parked here, the employee would run out of here, fill her up, and then I would walk in here and have a little local gossip session with the owner of the business. That's the way it went back then. Here in small towns. Whoa, look at this, look. Nope, water does not work. Look at this old abandoned house. And some old cars in the driveway. It's like they just up and left. Satellite dish there, old classic car. Completely grown over. Wonder what happened. Of course, sometimes you never really know if someone's still living in a building, so getting out and snooping around sometimes not the safest thing. Certain areas of the country you can tell when something's abandoned, but other areas, they may just be not wanting to mow their yard. But that's kind of cool, that old car there just sitting there all grown over. Look at this long country road. Soybeans on one side, corn on the other. No one around. Just sitting here next to the corn stalks. It's kind of a weird feeling to just know you're the only one on this road. And some wild wildebeest creature could come jumping out of there and attack my van with its fangs. And check this out right here. I don't know what this was, but it's empty now. Right here off the side of the road next to the cornfield. What do you think this was used for? Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. What are you up to? Yeah? You scared of me? I'm not gonna hurt you. Where are you going? Yeah? Okay, see you later. Oh, where are you going? You following me? Yeah? Following me? No. You say no, but you keep following me. I think that's more of a yes. Aw. This cat just hangs around my sister's house all the time. They're having a benefit rummage sale at this Golden Corral. I don't think they're having it today though, but they do have food, which is why we're here. Is that Jeff Foxworthy? Is that Jeff Foxworthy? I don't know if it is or not, but it sure looks like him. I guess Golden Corral has him as a spokesman. Gotta love old school style buffets. Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, fried okra, green beans, and of course, wash it down some sweet tea. Oh my gosh, look at this. They have a chocolate fountain. And you take marshmallows or Rice Krispie treats and you dip them inside this bubbling fountain of goodness. Look at this. So you take one of these like this. And it hardens up, submerges itself in chocolate. It's pretty amazing. That was pretty good. When I went to wash my hands as I was leaving, the door, when you open the door to the restroom, they had a special weird thing where you put your hand in. It was a sanitary door opener. I've never seen a sanitary door opener before. It's a first for everything. Stopped off here to get a quick fill up in gas for my sister's car. And did you know, like, we're parked here on the right hand side, so the pump is right there on the right of the car. And if you ever question the car you're driving on what side the gas pump is on, it's always right there on either the left or the right of the gas icon on the vehicle's dashboard. It's pretty beautiful, the sunset, especially that big bug that just crushed up against the front of the windshield. Roads. It's a funny word. Roads. Look at that river over there. Pretty cool. Old trailers here. I'm not sure if they're empty or lived in. I think this might be a good place to fly the drone. This is pretty cool. I think this is the Wabash River, and it looks like down here someone has started to make a makeshift campfire, but they haven't burned it yet, so I guess they're going to return. But this river goes for miles and miles and miles, way down that way, way down that way. I think it's one of the bigger rivers in Indiana. Don't quote me on that one, but it seems like wherever you go, you always see signs for the Wabash River. And this is it. The Wabash River. It doesn't move very fast. The stream does not get rip-roaring. You can't really do any sort of crazy water sports on this unless you're being tugged behind some sort of boat that was propelled either by a gas engine or something of that nature. But you can see it's just barely drifting along at a very slow pace. Indiana pace. Indiana style. The style of Indiana rivers. Right here in front of our very eyes. Almost, I don't know if you could say it was majestic, but borderline majestic. Moderately, kinda, sorta majestic. It's funny being in this area of Indiana the last few days to a week or so. There's not a lot of people driving around, but the ones that do drive, they get right on your tail, like this guy behind me, and they just like ride right on your tuchus. That is what is happening right now. And it's weird being in an area where there is not a huge, exorbitant amount of people either walking or driving or hanging out or doing whatever. It's a lot different than what I came from in California. And I started to think of this idea, and I want to ask you what you think of this philosophy. Do you think most people that live in very tiny, small towns, Midwestern towns or anywhere, do you think they originally lived in a more populated city area? Or do you think that they always have lived in a small town and their families have always lived in a small town? Or do you think people just get sick of big city life and move to smaller towns? That's a question. That's a conundrum that I am wondering. I'm taking a poll and I would like to know your opinion. Do you think people that live in small towns always have lived there? Or is it something, a conscious effort someone makes to move out of a big city to move to a small town? That's about it for today. Thanks for watching this vlog. And I must say, speaking of vlogs, this one is over.